Are you ready?
This is T-Ray, the Ray of Light. And if I love wrestling, you love wrestling. We love wrestling.
Welcome to We Love Wrestling. We give spotlights to people that we love to see out here. This next person we got coming up, you heard his name a few times on the podcast that we've done. We've had Ed Stone here mention him. We had Stephen Wolf here mention him. Dora went to a show. She came back. She was like, hey, seen this guy T-Ray. He throws people around. He does. I was like, I know who T-Ray is.
That's my gimmick.
You know what T-Ray do. So today we got with us from Texas, independent wrestler, T-Ray. How you doing?
Bonjour. Good to meet you. I'm in a very good mood, actually. I've had 3 weeks off. Haven't been on the road, haven't taken any bumps, and I'm recovered. I'm good to go for July when everything picks back up. So I'm in a good mood right now.
Oh, you just been resting like a summer vacation?
No, I intentionally took 3 weeks off in June. It's the start of summer for the kids. So I'm normally out every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the old man needs to heal up these bones. So, and the car needs maintenance. And yeah.
we don't get into that. We hear we got T-Ray over here, Doris at the bottom. So the first question that we always ask here is, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
My love, it started back in the 80s. Yeah, I'm an 80s baby, for y'all don't know. Okay. My first wrestling I seen was the Great Muta. I forgot who was wrestling.
Come on, T-Ray. Come on. We here.
Yeah. First wrestler I seen was the Great Muta. I was scared of him, honestly. He was just doing his whole and the whole presentation, and he's the mist, and it was the most insane thing I ever seen. So I thought it was boxing at first when I was a kid. I was 4 at the time, and then that same weekend WrestleMania 3 aired. So my first view of wrestling was Muta, and then WrestleMania 3, and I was like, "What is this?" And then fast forward, about till I got to high school years, I was kind of casually watching it. It was off and on because my personal feeling, the rock and roll era was kind of cheesy. Then the era after that was a little cheesy. Then with all the gimmicks and all the jobs and all the just random characters that's coming in, I was like, I'm gonna go watch boxing. I'm gonna watch basketball. I'm gonna watch football. And then my friends told me about ECW, and my first thing of watching ECW was Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam. And I was like, wow. And ever since then, it's been my drug. I can't get enough of wrestling since.
Jerry Lynn, RV. So you really an 80s baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I grew up during a time where it was shameful. You had to hide that you watch wrestling. People were coming out the closet about their sexuality more than people were confessing they watch wrestling. During the time I was growing up. It was just a weird time. I was there. I watched the Owen Brett feud, and I watched all the Hogan and Savage and their whole thing with the mega powers. But you couldn't go to school talking about it because you get teased, you get roasted, and then. But now, wrestling is everything now. Everybody's watching it.
You can talk about it anywhere now.
Yeah.
So my first memory of wrestling, memory, is Jim Cornette falling off the scaffold.
Oh, yeah.
Road Wars, man. So it was like that, and then got the Horseman beating up Ricky Morton in the back. Then the War Games area, my first event was the Great American Bash 89 that I went to.
Yeah.
In the DC area. So, when you say that, that's that comes to me, that brings it up. So you get all that.
Yeah.
How do you start wrestling?
True. That was a journey. It was never my intention to be when I grew up, I'm gonna be a wrestler. I've done everything between MMA, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, football. Like I did when I was in the military. We had our own little version of MMA called combatives, and I got into that, and it was always just doing that. And then, strangely, I had to get divorced from my ex-wife for me to be like, man, I'm free. I can do whatever I want without having to ask nobody's permission, without having to be like, well, it's okay if I do this. I got to go out and do this and take time. Like, I was finally free for the first time in my adult life, just do what I wanted. And my oldest son was watching Raw one night. He was like, well, Dad, since you're not going to do MMA no more, it'd be pretty cool if you was a wrestler. And then I looked at him. I was like, probably. I was 34 at the time. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. Like, there's a handful of wrestlers that started in their mid-30s. And I looked around. I found some wrestling schools. Of course, Booker T is the first one that comes up, but it was 3.5 hours away. And I was like, I don't know if that's going to work on a week-to-week basis. And then I found America's Academy of Pro Wrestling out in Austin, which was 50 minutes away.
AAPW?
Oh yeah, that's my home. That's where I started. And like, that's my ride or die school. Like, I will defend the school. I will defend the students. I will go to bat for everybody coming out that school, just because of all that they've offered me in this business. Like, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for AAPW.
Okay. So let's see. You was in MM. So you said everything you named. So you're world traveled out here. If I just, with everything you name, you have to be world traveled out here. Have you done anything in wrestling that's equal to something that you've done outside of wrestling?
Actually not yet. I was back in 2019, like I was skyrocketing as far as like my trajectory, and then COVID hit. And then, like, I had set up for matches to go to Mexico. I had Canada in line. I had contacts in Japan ready. And then it just kind of fizzled out. And then when everything reset, everybody kind of had to like start from scratch. And the call out Me Too movement happened at the same time too. And so with that, and then the quarantine, like everybody starting from scratch, trying to claw their way back up to position themselves in their, like, I guess, rankings or their value or whatever. And then it just got harder to get travel done. And so I'm finally at a point right now where I can start reaching out to more international companies again, because it was just one of those weird things that happened. It just stopped.
Everything did stop. So let me add, even though you haven't been able to, COVID happened and everything, you held a lot of championships out here.
Yes. That was intense. The past 3, like right now, this month and last month is the first time I haven't held a championship since 2019. I've had more championship matches than like regular singles matches or tag matches. And that's experience that's helped me a lot. It's just one of those things where you just connect with the crowd, and I figured out a way to just be myself, whether I'm a heel or a babyface. There really isn't a difference between me as a heel and a babyface. I just smile more as a heel. That's the crazy thing. The more I smile, I have a half smirk, like.
Sometimes,
Whether I'm doing that, just connect with the crowds, and I've always wanted to be that person that could put on a great match with anybody. Like, the biggest compliment is people telling me that, dude, I had my best match with you. I had one of my greatest matches with you. Dude, I've wrestled names. I've wrestled this person. This was by far my best match. Like, that's like a badge of honor for me right there.
That's a good compliment for sure.
So before we go to Dora, she asked questions that are non-wrestling. just to get with people to explore and everything.
Mm.
Like I asked you this, T-Ray, before I kick it to her. I see how big you are and everything, and how you be throwing people around. I need to know why you going to the top rope, flipping to the outside? Like you like an athletic freak, but like when I see it, like I've seen you jump over the ropes like a few years back and everything. So I'm like, yeah, but now still seeing you do like the flips, I'm like, why is this big man doing this right here?
Honestly, the way I've done my entire career, just because I can. There doesn't have to be no rhyme or reason, just because I can.
That's the best answer.
That's how I live my life too. Shoot.
Yep.
Because I can.
That's what we did right there. Period.
Sometimes I'll look at the entire like card for a show, and I'll be like, okay, I know this guy's gonna do this. This guy's gonna do this. This guy's gonna do this. What can I do to like just have a standout moment or do something big that the crowd will be like, oh shit, that was insane. I'll kind of have that in my head when I'm going into a match of what I want to do or not do, because sometimes like I won't do any flips at all, and the biggest thing I'll do is a shoulder tackle, honestly. But when I hit you with a shoulder tackle, like it's going to hit.
Yeah, they definitely feel the room shake.
Yeah.
I was watching.
Too dark? Like, is this room too dark? I feel like.
No, it's perfect.
Nah, you
okay.
good.
I feel like I'm not as bright
Yeah,
as y'all.
you're lighting up the room. Exactly.
Oh, thank
I
you.
watched something on a title match with you, and you hit this guy with a shoulder like bam, and everybody's like, "Ooh!" I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy right now." I think it was you and Bo. Did you and Bo fight?
Me and Bo, we've had 2 matches. Bo is a rare. I'm honestly going to say this right now. He's next up. There's times that guys come along and they just get it right off the bat. Bo Amir is one of those guys, and my matches with him has been insane. Like our second match we had, the first move of the match was a second top rope choke slam. That was the first move of the match. And then we just went balls to the wall just for that entire match. And I liked it because he's new and you can push him, and he's not scared to try new things that's out of his realm as a big man. But he's going to be next to take over the scene. I still think he's undefeated. I don't think anybody pinned him yet, honestly.
I haven't seen. I've just seen him like on the outside of the ring.
Yeah.
Somebody on the team they could pin, but not him himself.
Yeah, I seen him lose a tag match. He lost by disqualification. He lost a tables match, but he's never been pinned yet, and it's been 2 years right now, and that's crazy.
He's doing good things.
But as soon as Bo, I just honestly say it's a matter of time. Like he's down there in Row right now, working with Booker. He's came out of DFW with Coach Lamont. He has really good connections right now to like be a big impact. And I'm going to say by the end of this year, next year, he's going to be a national talent just because he gets it. And like when guys get it right off the bat, it's like a thing of beauty, just watching them blossom.
Mm-hmm. He said it.
I go with that. Go quick right there. You can see our spotlight we had with who batted in Bo Amir.
Yeah. I tried it twice. He's beat me twice. Those were some hard hitting matches though. He hits hard. That's a big dude that hits hard. It's rare that I have to look up at a guy, and those have honestly just been 2 of my favorite matches just to work with him.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Door, time for you to explore.
Okay. Let me shine a little. These are like these are not really wrestling related questions. It's just like I asked some stuff to.
Yeah, bring it. Just bring. I'm all for randomness.
Okay.
It's my whole gimmick. Gosh.
Okay. What is your favorite food?
Favorite food? Favorite meal or dessert?
Whatever you want. Whatever is your favorite, honestly.
So my favorite meal after a weekend of wrestling. I'll find a restaurant out here in San Marcos, and I'll get a bacon double cheeseburger. So I normally get those 2-3 times a month.
Oh, that sounds
just gobble down a juicy bacon double cheeseburger. I'll grill it myself. And dessert wise, red velvet cake.
Oh my gosh,
So-
I love red velvet cake. Oh my gosh. You're just saying
So
everything.
yeah,
right.
those are the two things. And for special occasions, I throw down and I make me a steak, get a little tomahawk steak, get some New York strips,
That sounds so good.
cook them up, throw some butter on them, throw some seasoning on them, throw them on the grill, and just enjoy it.
Oh my, that sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. Now I'm hungry because I haven't eaten for a while. I'm just sitting here eating these
I got
granola
a
balls.
bacon
And
cheeseburger upstairs right now.
I got some pork chop steaks up there that I cooked last
Okay.
night, so got some leftovers, and
Turkey wings.
happy for y'all. Happy for
Ooh,
y'all. Okay.
let's go.
I'm starving.
yep.
Do you have a favorite show right now that's not wrestling related?
It's gonna be between Game of Thrones
Okay.
and Righteous Gemstones right now.
Oh
Right.
my gosh, I love the Righteous Gemstones. Judy is
yes.
the worst fucking human being
Perfect.
in the world besides Baby Billy. Cause oh my gosh, they're
Uh,
so ridiculous.
I picked off some things. Like I got some inspiration from that show. Sometimes I'll do a match. It'll be a standard. Let's chain wrestle. Let's do this, do this,
Yeah.
do this, do this, and then it just goes left, and they're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, and then
So-
Keith, I love Keith too. He's one of those are my three that I'm like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
they're really in the show.
Yeah.
Like, their scenes are like, oh my gosh, please, you're
Right.
really fucking like this. Okay. Who or what can always make you smile?
Who
If
can
you're
make
having
me
a terrible day,
smile?
like who or what can you do to like not be in that mind state anymore?
Probably gonna say my 3-year-old.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, my 3-year-old. He just busts out with random things that sometimes a month ago, honestly, we were fussing at him like every day is the same thing. Don't touch this, put that down, stop it, don't do this, do this, like every day. And then he just bust out, I don't wanna know. And like, what?
What does that song have to do with this situation?
Exactly. Now he's singing it in the background.
That's funny. Okay. My next question is, what animal or mythical creature would you like to be reincarnated?
Killer whale.
Ooh, why a killer whale?
Due to my nature, are we allowed to cuss? I know I said a bad word. Are we allowed to cuss?
If you
Yes.
need to get it out,
If
you know.
if that's
I feel-
how you express the situation. That's what
I feel that killer whale is the ultimate embodiment of wish a motherfucker would. And they rule the seas, and I don't think anything can like mess with them.
No, they're taking
And-
them boats right now.
Yeah,
Those boats
yeah.
are like getting taken out by these whales.
Now humans getting that work too. So and they're petty. And I think they're just the perfect apex animal that just fuck around and find out if you want to. So
Hey, I got it.
And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
I like it.
I'm just saying, you know.
It's
Said
perfect.
killer whale. I'm not messing with them.
that's a
No.
great. That's
Anything that can swim, I'm just not about it. Like, I don't like you as an animal. Like, please leave. I mean, besides the hippo, obviously, because that's what I want to be. But, like, other than that, I definitely. pass.
hippos. They poop too much. I can't stand them.
I don't care. I'm a run down too. I'm ready. I'm ready to be a hippo. Okay. Because I know you've wrestled for a really long time. Do you have a favorite match of yours? Your match.
Favorite match. Would have to go back to. Going to make some people mad. I actually got two.
Okay.
I had a match with Tommy Bolton. Back in heavy metal. That one match. Like every wrestler has that one match that gets them that recognition and gets them noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And that one match that like, oh yeah, this dude's it. Me and Tommy Bolton had a match down in San Antonio for heavy metal, and there's a lot of big names on that card too, and nobody expected us just to go out and just kill it. It was one of those rare matches. The day of the show was my birthday, and 4 days earlier, my son was born. So I got all that baby face charisma and just energy just fuming out of me as soon as I walked through the curtain, and like the fans, they went ape shit for the entire match. And me and Tommy, we went out there and we did it. The crazy thing is I tore my knee 2 minutes into the match, but nobody could tell. And then after that, me and Chris Carter just had a 30-minute match back in February, and it was I've been fortunate enough to be blessed with I have 2 matches that are distinctive to me. The Wish a Motherfucker with Street Fight and the and the Last Motherfucker Standing match.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have 2 matches that I came up with that have been promoted, and they're on IWTV and on YouTube. But me and Chris Carter, we went out there. We did a Wish a Motherfucker with Street Fight. He had on the Finn Balor paint. He had got himself painted up. It was just one of those big matches. It was title for title, my title for his local title. We just went out there. The fans stormed the ring after the match. And that's like one of those crazy things that we kind of look for as entertainers that you can't plan for, that the fans are that invested that they just storm the ring to celebrate after the match.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Okay.
Oh, Premier Wrestling Federation. Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I watched. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When he said it, I was like, I think I've heard this before, but yeah. Okay, we there.
Yeah, the first one was at New Texas. It was me and Johnny Bedlam. We did the Wish a Motherfucker with a Street Fight. The fans went crazy about it. They've never seen nothing like it. And then this one was at PWF. I'm trying to get one more done. I try to get at least one per year just to keep it special. And so yeah, I'm gonna try to get one more in by the end of the year.
Did that just happen not recently, but like in the last month or so?
Yeah, it was back in February.
Okay. Go ahead, Dora. I like it.
I guess that would be my last question. Is what is your favorite song?
Favorite song? Good Lord. Like there's a lot. My go-to songs, I guess. I guess I'm gonna have to go with my go-to song to change my mood is gonna be "Nuck If You Buck." Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that song.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever I'm feeling lazy, don't want to go work out, like I play that and I'm like, all right, I'm good. I can go. Let's do it. Yep.
Perfect segue. Talking about Nuck If You Buck, T-Ray. Every time we have people on here, we ask. You got 3 people that you want to face. 3 people you want to see if you nuck, if they buck in 2023.
Let me think. There's only so many people I haven't I've wrestled everybody. Right off the top, due to the circumstances of him leaving the business, if he ever does come back, we haven't had a T-Ray versus ACH match. That's the one that's gotten away from me. Every time I elevate myself up in the company, like he's either gone off somewhere else or moved. God dang. See, we got a nosy cat.
I know what just happened.
Wait, did your son?
No, it was a cat. Yeah, me and ACH, we only been in the ring together one time, and it was he had lost the Inspire Pure Prestige title to MJF, and I was MJF's muscle at the time in his stable, and that was the only time we've been in the ring, like in the ring together. But there was no like contact or nothing. And he went off to NXT, then he had a meltdown, and it's been crazy. He just kind of like disappeared. So I hope he's doing well. I hope he has good support around him, and I hope to see him back sometime because ACH kind of helped put Texas on the map as far as wrestling. And it's something like I've always wanted to do more for the fans than more for myself to have that match with him. Other than that, me and Matthew Palmer. Palmer's another guy I've been wanting to work for the longest, just based off the presentation of the matches he gives. When he does his matches, like the guy just gives his all, and people don't give him enough credit for his creativity and his passion for the business and what he's done to help others. As far as the DFW area, it's sad. Like he has to get sometimes just limited. Oh, that's Athena's husband. That's Athena's husband. Like no, Palmer, the guy, he does the thing in the ring, and anybody that gets to work him, like you instantly like are better as a wrestler just doing a match with him. And we've almost had a match back in 2021, but he hurt his shoulder the day before, so the match got scrapped, and things just didn't fall into place for us to do a match again. And then lastly, I'm gonna say Barrett Brown.
A few times.
I think just the size and style difference, me and Barrett Brown could put on a hell of a match. We've had a triple threat match. This is one thing that bothers guys on the indie scene. Like I've had a triple threat match with me, Barrett, and Caleb with a K from Impact, and like there's no video of it. Like why book a match like that and have no video? But his shoulder was messed up in the match. My knee was messed up in the match. And so we kind of played it safe. But like we had so many ideas of what to do just to put on this killer match. So if we ever get a one-on-one, like it's going to be crazy. So those would be the three right there.
Okay.
3. I had one in my head. Just want to know if you know this guy. Because every time I see you, and I see him coming to Texas just a little bit, but then I see him and I'm like, yo, this might be crazy. I don't even know if it even happened yet. You and Isaiah Bronner.
Oh, Bronner, my dude. Man, we've talked about it every time he comes into town. It's just one of those weird things getting a promoter to fly him in. A lot of the guys, they just want because he's up in St. Louis, I think. And
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, he's up there. And it'll be one of those things where a promoter would fly him in, or they expect him to drive down in a carload, and like that's a long drive.
Yeah.
We tried to get it set up before, but it's just one of those just things.
Yeah.
And even me and Jocelyn Navarro, we tried to get an intergender match set up. But it's just one of those weird deals of getting promoters just to talk them into flying them down.
Okay.
But yeah, me and we talked a few times. We've dapped each other up anytime we've seen each other in the locker room. We've seen each other on Mania weekends. He's come up to VIP. No, not VIP. Crap, it's one of those companies up in Dallas. I can't think of the name of it right now. But yeah, we're cool with each other. We know each other, and it would be a hell of a match. I agree with you.
And I think it was that Black on all four corners or something they had down there one time that he came out to. But we got 3 matches, people.
Mm.
I've heard Barrett Brown name a few times, Matt Palmer. And who's the third person? Barry Brown, Bat Palmer.
Oh, ACH.
ACH, yes. AC. He had that tag team championship run. I think it was with either Jossie and AAW.
Mm.
And yeah, he just got on social media one day and said he was retired. So hope he's doing well, and if we come back, get that happening. And see, I'll be forgetting that he's from Texas, but he's from Texas. Like, yeah.
Yeah, he showed up at AAPW a few times last year just to do some workouts, help out the younger guys, and just stop showing up. So I honestly don't know where he's at or what's going on. He's off social media. The guys that I noticed had his number that were closer to him. Nobody knows where he's at.
That's crazy.
All right, T-Ray. Got two final questions before we get up out of here. I get serious at the end, but I'm going to ask that question after this. So if someone hasn't seen you wrestle before and you like, hey, this T-Ray, he out here doing it. This somebody you need to know. Do you have like 2 matches you would tell them to go watch? Well, you just said 2 matches. Well, what's the 2 matches that you would tell them to watch? I mean, those are 2 good matches, but like, this is who I am. This is what I do.
If you want a full like spectrum of what I can do in the ring, you can watch my match with Yuya Yamura. We had a really great match. It's rare to actually work the New Japan style, and that's one of my more physical matches. And it's crazy just being there with the guy that like barely speaks any English and still going out there and put on a killer match. Just beating the hell out of each other, really. There'll be that match, and I want to say my match with Lee Moriarty. That was another really, really good one. Just to show my diversity, what I can do in the ring, with the different like styles of people that are at the top of their game.
That's too good. I seen Yuya at an Impact taping, and I was like, yo, he doing it. And,
oh yeah, Yuya is a beast, man.
Yeah.
I've been hit hard by a lot of people, but Yuya hits, and he does not have an off switch. Like, I pride myself on my in-ring cardio. There's guys that have crazy cardio, like Barrett, Rache Chanel. She has insane cardio, but like Yuya's like at that whatever they're doing in Japan with their training, it like he can go.
Well, you said getting hit. I stopped asking this question, but it brought it back to my head. Being as big as you are, who the first person? Has anybody busted your ass in the ring, or the first person to bust your ass in the ring?
Oh God, no.
No, I'm a winner. No.
All right,
I'm trying to think. Hold on, I'm trying to think of it when I first started. Because I was 220 when I first started, and I'm trying to think. Anybody just straight up just beat me up. I had a earlier match, I guess, with Michael Faith. He passed away a few years ago when during COVID. Michael Faith's a 420-pound Samoan. Yeah, I think he's the only one that like, I guess, manhandled me like for the whole match.
You said a Samoan?
Yeah, Michael Faith. Really good dude, man. I miss him to death. He was one of the first guys that like put word out for me. Hey, book this guy. Hey, this guy's doing a damn thing. It was within my first year, and he's one of the first guys that like did the whole word of mouth thing for me. And like I didn't even ask him to. Like I just showed up, did the match with him, shook his hand, and next thing I know, it was like, hey, Michael spoke with us. Hey, we want to bring you up here. He was like one of the first guys to do that for me.
R.I.P. Michael Faith. You know,
Yeah, but it's crazy. He's one of the guys. He's 400 pounds, and he did a lion salt.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's spectacular just watching him do it, like with ease.
So, serious moment. Serious moment before we do.
Put my straight face on. Yeah.
Most serious question that we ask here on the podcast. We only had one person not answer, right?
Yeah. Misty was the only one.
That we kind of stopped doing the question, but The Rock or Stone Cold?
The Rock or Stone Cold. Good Lord. I'm gonna go with Stone Cold.
Finally, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for someone to kill with me. Oh my god, it has been a task. Thank goodness, shit.
As far as in-ring work and changing the business and yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Stone Cold.
Me too.
No, right,
because when you look at their trajectory, The Rock needed Stone Cold to get elevated, but Stone Cold didn't need The Rock. So,
see, I can't even argue with my friend like that. He's right sometimes.
That's why we can really go ahead.
He's not allowed.
I mean, it ain't no right or wrong.
It's crazy thinking like what would have happened if his neck never got broken. So it's just crazy thinking about that.
That's very true, because if that neck didn't get broke, he could have been somebody totally different.
Yep.
Woo. Man, we're gonna have to do a podcast on that. But T-Ray, our last thing that we do here is called your put yourself over moment. I mean, we've been putting you over, you've been putting yourself over, but this is where you tell the people your social media, ways they can stay up on to date onto you. Anything like you selling or you got merch or something, or anything you want the people to know. We just ask you to put yourself over.
All right, so look, caveat for the merch. Look, I just got off of child support, so now I can pay for some more merch to get started. So,
well,
I got custody of my kids now, so that was a 7-month fight right there. So. So now I can buy some merch so I can sell it. So yeah.
Congratulations.
I beat the system. Ooh, man. Ooh.
In Texas is hard too. Texas is a hard state.
Man.
I
But other than that, that's a whole nother podcast right there. Ooh. I'm on Instagram at Tray_82, Twitter at The Ray of Light, LITE, and on Facebook at T-Ray Watford. I got some shows coming up. I'll be in Premier Arena this Saturday, 4vs4 Anarchy match. My stable Disarray with me, Exodus Prime, Kane Carter, and Alpha J. We're gonna take on those little scrawny baby faces they got over there at PWF. Got Inspired coming up, teaming up with Brick Savage and Mysterious Q.
Yes, I'm excited for that match. 3 of the
beefiest dudes in the state. We're going to take on Lil Evil, Pistolero, and Stud Stash. So that's going to be another banger. That's pretty much my 2 big matches I got coming up right now. And then September, taking September off. The new baby is going to be born that month. And
congratulations again.
Got my little girl coming in. And I just remember this other favorite match. Me and Danny B. Yeah, we just had a gender reveal intergender match. So it was another one of those crazy things I came up with, where the winner of the match determines the sex of the baby. So
okay.
So yeah, me and Danny B, we had a 20-minute fight. It was a crazy match. But yeah, that's where you can find me. and I'm still gonna be wrestling for as long as the knees can hold up. And because
knees start to go.
I turned 41 in October, and every month I'm like, ooh, this might be it. So
beginning of October, end of October.
Beginning October 11th. 11th. So, yeah.
Woo. See, bring it back to what I was saying earlier. You out here flipping outside the ring and everything. You talking about your knees holding up. You trying to cut yourself down. That's
hey. Hey, I grew up in the 90s. Like, you got to ball till you fall. You got to go all out.
Yeah. Right. He ain't lying. You got to ball till you fall. Hold on. You right about that? Yo, guys, I'm at the bottom. Okay, cool. T-Ray over here. Great conversation we just had with him. You don't know him. Independent pro wrestler out of Texas. You can see him at a lot of different promotions. He's taking some days off in the summer, you know, family life things happening, but you still can see him out here. Look him up. We put some matches up here, you know, you can as this is going on. So check out some of them matches over here. Oh, go ahead.
I'm all over IWTV. I'm all over YouTube. Got some stuff on Tidal. So yeah, just search name T-Ray.
Search Loco Wrestling. He got what's the other one that's on?
Inspires up there, VIP.
New Texas Pro.
Yep, New Texas. Hey, there's actually a section called Best of T-Ray on the New Texas page. So
there we go. Look at that.
Best of T-Ray is in the links down here. I just did that for y'all, so y'all can check that out.
Appreciate that. We
got Dora over here, like to explore.
Yes, hello.
Guys, you know. So guys, you know, as I always say, I'm Trey D, and if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's free.
Magnificent concept.
I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we. You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?